Hey guys, now that we've been able to get back into the beta, I've been able to min-max my rogue even more. Since my last build video, I've increased my rogue's damage by approximately double. This past weekend, I've been able to kill the world boss in just over 1 minute, beating my previous record of around 2 minutes. Check out this clip of me killing the world boss multiple times in a single spawn. Notice the shield I get when I first attack the boss. I have a new legendary aspect that increases my damage while I have a barrier. Right out of the gate, I shadow step behind him and pop my shadow clones, shadow imbuement, and start spamming twisting blades. As the boss jumps around, I follow him with dash and shadow step. I want as much uptime on the boss as I can for more damage. After killing the boss, I quickly loot and port back to town to change to a different world shard. I take my portal back to a new boss near full health. I do this as many times as I can. Unfortunately, I get unlucky changing world shards and had to relog a few times. As you see here, I ran into a bit of a setback. When I relogged, I no longer had a portal to the boss. There was still some time, so I decided to try and fish for one more kill. So I ran all the way back. After relogging, running back, and fishing for a new world shard with the boss still alive, I finally found one with just over 2 minutes remaining. I finished him off, bringing my grand total to 6 kills in a single spawn. For those of you that haven't seen my previous build video, I'm just going to scroll through my skill tree really quickly, but if you want a more in-depth look at why I chose what I did, check out my previous build video. So here's a quick look at all my new gear, starting with my helmet. It's the same helmet as before, but I put a new legendary aspect on it, and it gives me more armor while I'm attacking. So moving on to my chest piece, this is a new chest piece that rolled with an increase to physical damage. I also put a new legendary aspect on it, which gives me a shield every 30 seconds while attacking an elite enemy. My gloves are the same as last time, giving me 2 ranks of twisting blades, and when I stand still, I gain 10% increased damage every second, up to 30%. I changed to these pants because they rolled with an attribute that gives me a shield when I use a potion while injured. I also put a legendary aspect on them, which has a chance to drop a health potion when I crit a vulnerable target. My boots are also the same as last time. Attacks reduce evades cooldown by 0.5 seconds. They also give me 2 ranks of dash, 2 ranks of shadow step, and 2 charges of shadow step because of the legendary aspect. No changes to my 2-handed crossbow. It still has the Twisting Blades legendary aspect, and it also rolled with some really good damage increasing attributes. I changed to a slightly better amulet and put a new legendary aspect on it, which increases my damage to unstoppable enemies. This is a new ring that I found that gives me 9% damage to close enemies, 6.6% increased damage to vulnerable enemies, and 9% damage to distant enemies. I also put a new legendary aspect on it that gives me 28% increased damage when I have a barrier. This is also a new ring that I found, giving me 7.8% damage to close enemies, 7.8% damage to vulnerable enemies, and 8.4% damage to slowed enemies. I also upgraded the legendary aspect on it with a better roll. This is a new higher level sword with the same legendary aspect as before, but this one has 8.4% crit damage, 10.5% vulnerable damage, 9.8% crit damage, and 7.7% core skill damage. This is also a new higher level dagger. It's got the same legendary aspect on it as it had before, and this one rolled with 11.9% damage to close enemies and 11.2% damage to vulnerable enemies. I've definitely had a lot of fun building this character, and I'm really looking forward to playing more Rogue when the full game launches. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, like and subscribe if you want to see more content in the future. Catch you guys next time.